It's a Maino Project special report. Tonight, John Maino talks about women in combat as he goes one-on-one with a Wisconsin soldier he met on the front lines. It's a story you'll see only on NBC 26.
The number of women serving our country in uniform is at an all-time high. Until recently, however, the official rule was that women could not serve on the front lines in a combat unit. Well, that's changing. But to women like Pere's Christy Van Lannen, an Iraq vet, the front lines really not unfamiliar territory. After serving 2 tours deep in Iraq and 1 in Kosovo, Christy Van Lannen knows all about life in a war zone.
As far as being over there, you get used to living over there. You get used to the poor conditions. You get used to, cold food and living in tents and all that kind of stuff.
Her job at the 432nd Civil Affairs Battalion required constant travel outside the relative safety of her home base. Outside the wire, basically enemy territory. Which makes the controversy over women on the front lines, in her eyes, a little ironic.
Most funny to me because what we say define as the front lines,
right?
It's become a very gray area.
Right.
In the last 10 years with Iraq and Afghanistan, females have been out there every day on a regular basis. They're going outside the wire. And anytime you leave the wire, anytime you go off base, you're potentially in harm's way.
Be sure to have more than enough room for everybody.
Critics cite potential problems associated with males and females working this closely together. Van Lannen disagrees.
Very different what people think. People think, well, you can't live together. What are you going to do with hygiene? What are you going to do with living conditions?
Yeah.
Very different. Even my first tour when I served with an all-male Marine unit,
right?
It was an adjustment at first.
Sure.
I had never worked with females before, but you figure it out so fast. You adjust to it, and when you actually are on the same team together, it doesn't make a difference.
No matter the mission, females in a unit can provide a resource just not possible for men in the delicate balance of the Middle East.
By being over in their culture, the Muslim culture, their women are not allowed to speak to other males.
Right.
So especially you have American males going over there, and we'd go out there, even going on patrols. Women would come up to us, and they have intel to give. It's not just creating this relationship, but they have stuff that they can provide to us.
Did you ever have to bite your tongue when you came back if somebody said, oh, well, you're a woman, you didn't really see combat?
Yes, especially when I have people say, well, did you carry a gun out there? So yes, absolutely, quite a bit.
Life has changed for Christy now with a new son and back to civilian life, but those days on the front lines will always stay with her. Maino, NBC 26.
And Maino is always looking for interesting story ideas. It's why we created the Maino Project. Have a great story you think Maino should tackle? Just email your idea to mainoproject@nbc26.com.